Hey everyone, welcome back. We're here. Last week we found and marked the queen. We realized we did a bad job of showing you how we did that, so here it is. First of all, we capture her with the queen cage. The queen cage lets her get captured without smushing her in the teeth, if you can see that. Then we put her inside this little tube, push her up with this plunger, and then get her thorax caught between one of these little holes and mark her with a regular paint pen. It's that simple. We'll go in there this week, see if the marking works, and then what do we have to do? Feed them?
Feeding them, yeah.
And that's basically it. All we care about is that they're good to go for the winter. So we're moving that direction. Let's get rolling. Where's the smoker? I just did that like 3 minutes ago.
Oh, you did, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a purpose to that, like more air in or something.
Well, so we do have a couple nickels in there to let air out because they ventilate from down below to up above. It's recording ready.
Cool.
You want to smoke them? Here, take that. So the other thing we did, which is pretty awesome, is we put some frames in with no foundation and just let them build it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're doing that now?
They've been doing that for the last couple weeks.
Oh, cool.
Here, I'll show you a couple when we pull them out.
Yeah, they look really cool. Neighbor Dave is our guest again today. Hello, Neighbor Dave.
Hi, everybody. All 140 of you.
Ah.
You can hear him stirring it up and smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
See?
Yeah, that's very cool.
But, so this one, the outside ones are, I'm going to mix them up today so that they'll build them out because you can see like,
So what's the advantage of having the frameless?
oh, because when you do honey, you can just pull everything out. You see, this was a completely frameless one, or a foundationless one, and they just completely, almost filled it out.
I think keep working on it. So how long does that take to get to that stage?
So they can fill an entire one out in 6 hours if they have the resources and the want, basically. What we're gonna try to do is I'm gonna move some of these frames out and some of the empty ones inside.
So it's rotating your tires, huh?
Yeah, and then it'll force them to keep filling them. So
that was one they
no, this one was
Two.
one that we actually a frame one, but you see they've got half of it is honey and half of it is brood right now.
Okay.
And the other, this is all brood. It's all hatched out, so actually this would be a good spot for the queen if she's around. A couple of drones, but that's it.
So is she usually on one layer or another?
Yeah.
Where does she usually hang out? On the top layer?
She hangs out in the middle most of the time.
Okay.
Well, she hangs out wherever she needs to be laying. So you see this one is filled with brood and larvae, so she was up here lately, and this was a foundationless one too.
Exit camera.
Oh, that's fine. Just try it again. And this is all brood still, so she's still laying a ton. And this was a completely foundationless one.
How long ago?
2 weeks
Okay. Cool.
or 3 weeks.
There's a lot to be hatched in there.
Yeah, each one of these frames is 2,500 bees. And this was a completely foundationless one too.
Yeah.
So at least now they're anchoring it to the side. So last week we had an issue where,
It's coming loose.
yeah, it was wiggling
Like
loose.
Swaying.
But now that they're actually building on it, they'll anchor it down. Here's one that was...
Now, when you harvest, you just take the whole thing out?
You can take the whole thing out, or you can just cut the caps off and drain it.
Okay. But if you want beeswax, you got to get the whole thing out.
Yeah.
So is it necessary to come out as often as you do to work with them?
No,
or
but
would you let them sit?
letting them sit is fine. Okay, look at this. I don't know if you remember, but when you first looked at it, we had just 5 frames down below that had fewer bees than this on it.
Right.
And now it's just packed. Aha!
There
You guys
she
wanna
is.
see her?
Where?
Right
Oh,
there.
there she is.
Yeah, I see her.
There she is.
Very easy to spot these days. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Get another really good shot of her walking around.
Yeah. I just haven't.
Sweet. Well,
Do we need to check the bottom then?
no. Confirmed. It's easier to spot her.
It's much easier to spot her.
Till I was safe and home. Till the counting days until the second call. If you're gonna make a change, you have to let me know. Turn this shit around, just start to talk to yours. It's all you need to do. It's all you need to do. It's all you need to do. It's all you need to do.
Okay, Travis, what do you think?
Well, we definitively proved that a marked queen is easier to spot.
Yeah. Did that take 10 minutes? 15 minutes at the
Yeah.
most? Where we've spent hours looking for her before. They've drawn out a few more of the foundationless frames. They've anchored a couple of the foundationless frames, which is awesome. I was super worried about that. So they all seem to be a lot more stable. I moved 2 foundationless frames that weren't drawn out down into the middle brood box so that they'll draw them out, and then I moved 2 nectar frames up to the top. I think that by next week, if we feed them one more thing of 1-to-1, and with the current nectar flow, we'll be good to go for the winter. If you want to watch us how we marked the queen, you can watch the video, which is like right over here. Make sure you subscribe and comment below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.